Are you ready, Canadle? Are you ready? Are you ready? I got a gun. Bang! Bang! You are one dead dog. Coming into Shady Cove, the town here. Gotta fill up on some gas. Still about 40 miles distant. Onto Ulrich Road. And he's just waiting patiently. I'm gonna access up to Flounce Rock and up to a botanist site known as the Baker Cypress Grove. So if you're ever right on the top of a layer of fog that covers the valley below, and you look up and it's just solid blue sky, but the fog is right next to you, you often get these really cool light rays through the trees. Give off just a really picturesque feel. Oh, that's lovely. Oh man, that's just too pretty. Of course, I'm kind of wasting time. I better get on the road here. So I've found a parking spot right here. And I'm probably just gonna have to hike up the last bit because I don't feel quite so confident on this slush snow. Are you ready, Canadle? Are you ready? Get in that pose. Go, Canadle. Go. Alright, here's a view of the road. He's all the way down there. He loves the snow. Come on, Canadle. Sweet. It was only maybe 4/10 of a mile from where I parked down that way. And I'm here at the Baker Cypress Grove. Kind of pretty here this time of year. All the small plants and moss are green against the sunlight. He's still going nuts. Identified the trees as Baker cypress. This rare population is the northernmost of any cypress in western North America. The ones caged here are the Baker cypress. These are brand newly planted. Many of these were knocked down by a windstorm back in the 90s. And it might actually be a bigger one right over here. I'm actually not sure where this is coming off of, because the tree directly above is not a cypress. Cones of the Baker cypress. You can see right here. Very tiny. You smell this? Or you can bite it. Alright, onwards to Flounce Rock, the true summit. You can see a clearing in the trees. Should give off to a pretty nice vantage point. Actually, I'm just going to cut across. Ah, that's pretty. All these trees have some pretty good height to them. They're not super old, but they seem to like this climate very well. All of them seem to have a tag with a number on them. Maybe they're going to get logged eventually, I don't know. So this is the top of Flounce Rock. It's just over 4,000 feet in elevation. If I do a zoom in on individual peaks, they'll start off to the northeast where you can see the volcanic plug called Union Peak. That's in the south end of Crater Lake National Park. Crater Lake itself is over in that way. This is going further south to the Sky Lakes Wilderness. Those peaks are about 7,000 feet. Pelican Butte is that one right there. Olson Mountain is this high peak right here. You can see the tip of Mount McLaughlin 9,000 feet. And zooming out, you can see a layer of fog far off yonder. That's in the Rogue Valley. The high Siskiyou Mountains are right behind it, 7,000 feet or so. Far off you can see Mount Shasta, California. That is 14,179 feet elevation. Cascade volcano like Mount McLaughlin. And Lost Creek Lake is down below. See it all the way to the dam. Heading over into the nondescript Klamath Mountains. Straight west and going northwest. The road goes maybe another 1/10 of a mile and it turns around at a campsite. But there's apparently a small pet cemetery up here. This one's recent. They all extend through in the trees there. It's a really picturesque spot. It's right on the edge of the bluff looking down into the valleys and all the other mountains. Dozer 2000 to 2014. He probably smells them too. They have a pet cemetery. This is the view that you face over all the bluffs. Well, back down to the car we go. Alright, I'm coming to the base of Mill Creek Falls, straight through the trees there. There's quite a breeze from the falls. You can see all the mist has generated all the moss growing on all the rocks and through the trees here. So this is Mill Creek Falls, right here. You see all the mist flowing up. It's getting on my camera lens. If you look closely, you can see another waterfall that I'm going to head to. I think that's Bar Creek Falls. The view upstream on the Rogue River. And then these springs are coming out of the cliffs. Woo! Gotta clean my lens. Alright, coming to Bar Creek Falls. Whew. Bar Creek Falls, it actually starts up there. Mill Creek Falls is that way. Whew. Just as pretty. Alright, last waterfall. Which way is he gonna go? Up or down? Up or down? Go, Canadle! Oh. Oh, which way? Come on, Canadle, go! Go, Canadle! I think he's gonna try it. No, maybe not. Come on, Canadle! Oh, look at you. Go, Canadle! The sun is getting low. All the moss and the trees are looking pretty nice right now. Alright, so I'm on Highway 62 headed north towards Union Creek. This is one of my favorite stretches of highway ever. It just goes through solid, tall forest. I'm at the Union Creek Resort. This is probably going to be close to my turnaround point here. Come here, Canale. Over here. Becky's restaurant is right over there. It's one of my absolute favorite places ever. It has a nice wooded interior, and they have the best pies ever. I'm going to go up Union Creek Trail just a little bit. I've hiked this a bunch of times. This is Union Creek right here. So. Alright, this will be my turnaround spot right here. I'm actually on Highway 230. Highway 62 splits off and goes that way to Crater Lake. Alright, down below is the Rogue River. It makes a series of bends up in this area. And unfortunately it's all snow covered, but what I'm standing on is a big exposed outcropping of volcanic ash that came from Mount Mazama. Truck right up through there. And that was from the eruption of Crater Lake, Mount Mazama, 7,000 years ago or so. And this is where you find all your volcanic pumice, which is that floating rock that your science teacher loved to demonstrate in class. You can find them as big as 3 feet in this area. If you look that way, those are the rabbit ears. They are about 4,000 feet tall. And if you ever get to the base of them, they are very impressive. Well, at one of my last stops here, he's already ready to snore. Are you ready, Canadle? You don't seem that excited. Go, Canadle! Go, Canadle! So this is right outside of Union Creek. And step out on this platform. This is looking down into the gorge. Looking down into the gorge again. A couple weeks ago, the river level was about 8 feet higher. It was raging through here. Of course, there was a major storm that passed. Sent all this flooding. The Rogue River has had a lot of casualties. About 2 years ago, about 200 feet upstream here, a visitor from Mexico was doing a bunch of photographing when he slipped and fell into the river. And when you're in this current and narrow chasm, the current actually pulls you underneath and you are never able to submerge. Well, back in May of 2012, that guy from Mexico was standing roughly about 80 feet that way. There's a pull-off right alongside the highway which parallels this upper part of the gorge. And the river in May was pretty high at the time. And he had to slip and fell straight through this chasm that goes right through here. Tumbled right over here. And 2.5 years passed and he still hasn't been heard from or seen since. Oh, there's a break right there. Yeah, this was from the event a couple weeks ago where the river was actually to this level here when it flowed through. And you can actually see all the accumulated debris against the fence here. Boy, that must have been scary. Can't imagine that thundering through all that. One of my last few places I stop at for the day, and I love coming here during twilight hours. It's right alongside the bridge here. It's a little bit unsafe, but the river is 100 feet down below through the chasm here, right at the end of the town of Prospect. And of course there's Mount McLaughlin, 9,495 feet. So heading back to Medford, and he's pretty much gone. I'm sure he's alert to what I'm, my mouth and everything. But all right, so I am at Del Taco because it's Taco Tuesday, and unfortunately you cannot come in even though you're getting all excited again. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Nope. Sorry, you can't go. Go fun fun. Go fun fun. Come on, Canadle. He's going in his little house. Yes, he knows Chinese. Fun fun is Cantonese for go to sleep. So, but I think he just knows that as go to his house. So, time for some food.